For the first time, I had like a ego dissolution where I was like, that was the moment that really changed me. You get to a place in your life where you're blocked by something, whether it's a trauma, whether it's your emotions, your ego, not being able to express yourself.
So the thing about the plant medicine is that not only does it help you feel better, but it helps you solve the problems of how you got there in the first place.
There's a lot of things that families will do together. Vacations, maybe a Sunday night dinner, a bike ride. But never on our list did we think to find drugs on there. Perhaps it's a rich and famous thing, because regular trips are old news, so families in Hollywood like to take trips on an illegal substance level. Well, now one of the kids of a family who's doing this is confronting his mom for being involved in some shady drug business with the family. Which family? Well, it's the Smiths, of course. Now, before we get into it, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to never miss out on any new videos. It's free and helps us tremendously bring out new content for your enjoyment. Imagine coming home for a family dinner, maybe having a little appetizer, and then being offered some psychedelics. Yeah, definitely would make supper time supernatural. Apparently, this is a normal thing for the Smith family. Just recently, Jaden Smith spilled the tea on how his mom, Jada Pinkett Smith, introduced the whole family to some mind-bending drugs. One person said on Twitter, "Everything I know about the Smith family is against my will. Jada Pinkett might be the top 3 worst mothers of all time." Another added, "Keep trying to tell you MFs, Jada has always been the Smith family's only problem." Now, just in case you're not familiar with the term, let me break it down for you in plain English. Psychedelic drugs, also known as hallucinogens, are those wild substances that mess with your mind and make you see things that aren't there. Yeah, we're even talking about visions, time-warping experiences, and emotions that go all over the place. Now, according to the Alcohol and Drugs Foundation, USA, these drugs can seriously alter your perception, mood, and even how you think. When you take these drugs, it's like being catapulted into another dimension without ever leaving your living room. Now, here's a true story for you. One time, my mom told me to never drop acid when all you have is an outhouse. She said it was a trip that she would never forget for the rest of her life. She also won't give me all the details either, so I'm so sorry for leaving you hanging. Anyway, these family gatherings the Smiths have been having, they must have been wild. They're already probably sitting around in a living room bigger than the average home in the USA, and now they're bonding while popping pills and going on some psychedelic adventure together. Family time would just hit different, am I right? People online were obviously not happy. One person tweeted, "She had sex with her son's friend. Jaden Smith revealed his mom, Jada Pinkett Smith, is the driving force behind their family's psychedelic drug usage." Another added, "This is damn crazy. Please do not allow your children to fall into this belief. These drugs will kill you." And you know what? They're not necessarily wrong. The staggering part is just how many people already use these drugs on a regular basis. A recent study from the Columbia University's Mailman School of Public Health estimates that over 5.5 million people in the U.S. used hallucinogens in the past year. And Jaden Smith, well, he's one of those millions of people, but he's got a whole different vibe when it comes to using psychedelics. Jaden has always been one of those guys that's all about the positive vibes, promoting love and understanding. So for him to come forward and talk about his use of hallucinogens, well, it's a pretty big deal. And the media is going absolutely bananas over it. Just recently, Jaden Smith attended the Psychedelic Science Conference in Denver, Colorado. The 24-year-old Hollywood star revealed that his own mom, Jada Pinkett Smith, was the trailblazer in the family's journey into the wild world of psychedelics. According to Jaden, it all started when his mama bear took the bold step into the trippy realm all by herself. And I guess she had such a great trip that she invited the rest of the Smith fam to come along, and one by one, they all joined in on the psychedelic adventure together. But this isn't new for Jada. She even brought Jaden to talk about drugs on her show.
When we said we wanted to bring him to the table, I was like, "Well, what do you want to talk about?" He said, "Mushrooms."
Yeah. Yeah.
The magic kind, of course.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Jaden was excited to share his experiences while being on psychedelics with his siblings. He went on to say that they actually strengthened his bond between him and his 22-year-old sister Willow and his half-brother Trey. Apparently, going on these trips together brought them closer together. Maybe it's because they like the same munchies. Who knows? Either way, it's a pretty big deal for Jaden to be so open about this. Talking about psychedelics in front of a crowd takes some serious courage, especially when you're a famous face in Hollywood. But Jaden has always been one who speaks the truth, and you have to appreciate that. Of course, we cannot forget that psychedelics aren't all rainbows and unicorns. They do come with their fair share of risks and responsibilities. But for the Smiths, it seems like this psychedelic journey has been a wild ride full of self-discovery and togetherness. No demons, or at least none that they've admitted. Jaden went on to say that it's not just him who's into these psychedelics. The entire family is apparently into their mind-bending ways and going on wild rides. Apparently, Jaden, Willow, and Trey have had their fair share of sibling rivalry. You know, who got the last cookie, who drank all the Mountain Dew, the usual. But on their magical mystery tours together, it's all about love and empathy. And honestly, it's transformed their family dynamics. It seems like on Jaden's part, it's been all good. But we can't deny that this is also a pretty toxic situation too. I mean, Jada has a history of abuse. Her mother had a history of abuse, and now she's teaching her kids the same thing? Now, Jada's spoken about this all before, of course. On her show Red Table Talk, she opened up during a November episode about her own adventures taking hallucinogens. Jada, alongside her mom, Adrienne Banfield Norris, and the fabulous Willow, her daughter, dove headfirst into the topic. And you know what? Jada got real about her struggles with depression and how these mind-bending substances have played a major role in her healing journey. And she suggested that the plant medicine helped her grow and change her mindset.
Unlike just going to therapy and putting people on Prozac, right? Which I did that too.
Which that is not successful for so many people.
And that's the thing. So for me, I had struggled with depression for so long. You know, I mean, crippling depression. So the thing about the plant medicine is that not only does it help you feel better, but it helps you solve the problems of how you got there in the first place.
According to Jada, these trips don't just slap a Band-Aid on your feelings. They actually help you get to the root of your struggles and solve the issues that led you there in the first place. It's like a therapy session that dives deep into your soul, finding those hidden emotions and guiding you towards healing. I mean, shout out to herbal remedies, right? People obviously super curious to hear Jada's side of the story. And it's a good thing we don't have to wait too long. Her upcoming memoir, Worthy, is hitting the shelves this fall on October 17th. And apparently it's gonna give us tons of tea to sip on. Oh, you wanted specifics? Well, too bad. Because when asked about her son's mind-blowing claims, she gave a little sly smile and teased, "It all gets answered in the book." Woman sure knows how to do some marketing. I have to pre-order this one, especially since her memoir will cover everything you've ever wondered about the family. It's going to be a little treasure chest of secrets and chaos, no doubt. And that's a big ask, honestly, to take everything in your life, all of your family's stories, and let the world read them. Well, people are kind of chomping at the bit to take a little peek behind that wall that the Hollywood family has put up, especially after that Oscars incident in 2022. In fact, some people are even wondering if Will was on drugs on the night he slapped Chris Rock, and if Jada was the one who gave them to Will. Now, obviously, we don't know this for sure, but take a look at Will. We've always seen him as one of the most kind, patient men in Hollywood. Slapping Chris was very much out of character. And now that we know Jada introduced drugs to the whole family, well, it could be very much possible that Will was also not in his senses the night that he did what he did. Needless to say, we have a lot of questions. Is this just a crazy rumor or a tough love intervention? And what is the real deal behind these alleged drug shenanigans? And most importantly, how is Jaden and the rest of the family handling all of this? Well, what do you think? Comment down below and let us know. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video. I post updates like this every week where I uncover the secrets of your favorite celebrities.